the gig being, I just wanted to give people just a quick update on what it is that we're trying to achieve, and apologize for putting it onto the wrong platform first time round. And 100% that was me. So I've got 5 pages of notes.
Nice.
Because literally I'm what's called an over preparer. So I always think about everything so that I can actually just give people some sort of value from this. This will be something that we will send on to people as they come to join the group. And the idea was that I think the businesses from different sectors learn more from different sectors than they do from their own sometimes, because the way that people's brains work, and everyone's just really interested in something that's creatively different. So, but this would be something we share with other people. Now, if you have any questions throughout this, apart from James, please ask. Yes. I was just on the phone to James and he said, I'm going to heckle. So just anything he says, just discard. Because all my friends end up being part of these communities. So first things, my bad. I thought Circle would have been a way more grown up group. That things we've always said would be kept forever. Totally wrong. It wasn't the way that people listen and learn, and you had to click on it, and it was just an app that got lost in the background of everything. But WhatsApp generally is on most people's front screens. So we reduced the number of groups just to 6. And then we brought all of the members over who had contributed. So although there was, when we were first doing it, I think there was just 200. One day there was 220. Then we did a first call, then a second call, and now with it's, I don't even know how many we are in. Is it just there or thereabouts 100? There or thereabouts 100. But these are people who have always put effort in, answered questions, asked questions, and made this thing valuable to us. So they're the ones that made things make sense to me. So just for sort of mental clarity, the main group is for general stuff, questions, opinions, ideas, conversations, anything that just hits you. The sales group about winning business, converting more, pricing, performance, and anything that is commercial. Marketing about personal brand, content, positioning, campaigns, and getting noticed. So people like Jane that's right up Jane Strasser. Mm-hmm. Tech and AI tools, so AI systems, automations, but things that are actually working as opposed to, let's just get rid of that, things that are actually working versus everything else. Collaborations, that we do notice that people are working together. It doesn't have to be in the public eye to do that. So as long as things are working for you, I don't care where that's coming from. 100%. So if you want to work offline, online, this is your group for you. And all I'm trying to do is host it and guide it and just get some clarity. But my value comes from hopefully a few times offering some great advice and people go, all right, that's quite smart. Maybe it's someone I can work with. That's where I get my value from. Culture and leadership, which is the big thing at the moment. So if you're looking to grow your business, that's brilliant. If you're looking to sell a business, then it can't just be you, but just being mindful of what your business stands for, how the way that you react impacts people. Never being that person who is lovely, 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 because people hate that person, would always leave them. The idea is simply to make the whole thing easier to navigate and use now by coming onto this platform. So the premise is incredibly simple. This is somewhere where you can check your thinking, ask for second opinions, talk to an expert, or ask for help. Now, I'm going to go on my first tangent. People are always nervous about asking for help in a group like this because nobody wants to be perceived as I don't know the answer to something. I ask more questions than most people I know put together. And it's not that I don't know a lot of stuff. It's because things change. Things that did work don't always work. And asking questions is a really good way for you to actually just show what matters. So when someone throws a TLA at me, a 3-letter abbreviation, I will 100% be the first person to say, what does that actually mean? And understand it. So we try and be jargon free if we possibly can. And if you know a subject, you can make it easy for someone to understand it, as opposed to trying to over complex something so it's worth a fee. It's not. The simpler you make it, the better it will always be. So get input from people who probably faced the same problem before. I remember all of these B2B businesses that we're in. Sales is sales, right? Marketing is marketing. We've all been through this stuff in some way, shape, or form. Find someone who knows something that you don't. That's always that's the business hack that a networking group will give you, that little bit of inspiration. And the days of going it alone are firmly in our rear view mirror. So what's the best view of Slough? In the rear view mirror. That's like going into business alone. I can say that, I live there. Right. But if you are always thinking about what's in front of you, that's good. Just remember, it's okay to ask a question and never go it alone. If someone knows the path, knows the trail, follow them. We're totally sector agnostic because I believe that people are most excited about new ventures, new journeys, things that can inspire us or the people around us. And different sectors are doing different things at different times. Quite a lot of us are in recruitment and staffing, and we are pretty much 9 times out of 10 on the bleeding edge of a lot of things, but that's not everything. So trying just to be really smart about understanding what is going on in that and in every sector at every time, and think, I've not even thought about that before. And this is probably the best thing, the piece that I'm most excited about. I've built sector specific networks, and they obviously have their place, and I love them for what they do. But there's something incredibly powerful about a broader church. Most of the challenges we face, CA founders, directors, aren't unique to us. So sales is sales, leadership is leadership, cash is cash, and hiring great people is difficult everywhere. It's not just about we can't get people into recruitment, or we can't get people into mobile phones, or we can't get people into estate agents, or we can't get people into um, selling that high ticket finance products. It's hard for all of us to get the right people, and churn rates are ridiculously high. So, and also thinking about the things that AI is doing in terms of disrupting everything for all of us. So we're all going through all these things at a time. So we've created a place where nobody knows the answers at a time when nobody knows what the hell's going on. But if we think we've got 100 people who have all proved one thing works for them, if they were to share that one thing, they get 99 ideas back. And that's the kind of ethos about this. Would it work for you? I don't know. You know, I hate all these things that are on Instagram currently, that you're leaving 50 grand on the table every week. And I think, you don't know that. You don't know what I do. You don't know how I work. You don't know my processes and my best practice. So, and the minute someone says that, I just go, dead to me. And I'll also say something really inappropriate on Insta, or LinkedIn. But the idea is that if we actually care about ourselves, the more you give to a community like this, 100% the more you'll get back. So the golden rule is always, if you can help, please try and help. So that's the easiest tip that will make something work for you. Build some goodwill with your peers on this group. If you're the one that's giving all the time and then you ask for something randomly, guess what happens? It's called concession of obligation. People feel that it's like, do you remember at Christmas when somebody gives you a gift and you haven't got one back for them? And that feeling of shit, right? You want to give something back to them. Can I cut the turkey? Can I, whatever it is, I will do something back for you at Christmas. If you do that in business consistently, giving is the best way to get return. If you keep asking for favors, suddenly people's goodwill falls out and people get tired of that really, really quickly. If you sold something, share it. Really little things like that, because it means nothing to you that everybody else is doing it. And remember, even if it's your deepest, darkest, most, like, you hate them deep down as a competitor, that's the person who's most likely to give you the most value back, because they get it. And all you need is one or two favors back from them or some knowledge back from them. And if they feel obliged, it's all good. If they don't do it, I'll probably whack them and kick them out the group, because that's not how we work. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything I've said that sounds weird, random, or just strange?
No.
All good.
Okay. Okay. Right. The good news is we're nearly there. We've only got 4 more pages to go. Okay. Someone will always know a better deal, a better supplier, and a smarter way of doing something. So before you buy anything, please just double check the price that you've got for it. If I haven't got a price for it, so we've got over 60 suppliers currently, by the way, they're in that group. So people who are offering deals on absolutely everything from CRMs to technology through to holidays, trips, cars, finance, absolutely everything that you get some value from. If you're not getting value from them, or you find something that's better, tell me. I'll get a price on it, and I'll share it everywhere. And I'll also, I'm not that person, right? I'll always say, this deal came from Steve, Dave, Trigger, whoever it came from. The supplies that we've currently got, there's only I don't think we've got anything which is, as a supplier, which is controversial. And I just thought about that just for a second, because some of the suppliers are, in terms of, especially around the AI world. But where businesses are at the moment, people are doing things in very different ways. You can either wait for AI to happen around you through big tech, investing their money in it and doing stuff, or you can do things for yourself to improve the way that you work. It's personal preference how you do this. I'm definitely doing a bit of both at the moment, and just trying to find some ways that I can be way more operationally efficient, but without breaking the bank and going all out. But so there's nothing which is truly contentious around our suppliers. But what we are doing is really upgrading all of the suppliers into the group at the moment. So we're asking everyone to sharpen their pencils as we are. It's also worth noting, just while I've got a smaller collective audience right now, if you haven't put your prices up in the last 24 months, you're physically giving everybody a 25% discount. So just put that in your head. So NI rates, you've got your employment costs, you've got your salary costs, labor costs, you've got electricity, utilities, everything has gone up. Your licenses, your tech stack, everything's gone up. But you've not increased the price to your clients, or you've not increase your bands in terms of paying out commissions or revenue or royalties. That's just madness, by the way. So don't do that. Think about increasing your prices. There's a few rules I would like to have within the group. And these are across all the networks that I've built now. So this is the third big one. If you can help, be kind as much as you possibly can. There's no such thing as a silly question. We tested that once. We did a demystifying demystifying finance, and people had to ask any questions about a P&L, and someone did say, "What's the L in P&L?" Okay, that was borderline really silly, but they got away with it. Don't consistently sell or ask people for business. This is, as a community, it's not about give, and take. It's just about making friends and understanding each other. Banter is 100% encouraged within these groups, right? Keep it fun. So if you join an event, it should be okay for someone to say take the mick out of you, or you take the mick out yourself. But ultimately, this is a work tool. I am as guilty as everyone as forgetting that it's a work tool, and then start talking about things like who you're going to have as your striker for your dream team this year. Right, I'm totally bad at it, but ultimately it's a work tool that we have to remember. So if everyone says work group, I have to take it on the chin because I say it a lot. And the talking of pinches, that there's just so take things with a pinch of salt, but don't pinch staff from each other. It's kind of the big golden rule. It's it's just not looked well upon. So please don't, if you're thinking of growing your team and thinking this is a place to actually go and advertise and try and nick staff, or you're nicking staff whilst you're still being a mate to the CEO and over there you're trying to headhunt their people. Please don't do that. We just kick you out for that. That's just above and beyond. Um, Essentially, give more than you take, and don't be a dick rule. Um, that that's normally covers most things. What else is coming in the group? So isn't simply 6 WhatsApp groups. We'll keep building things around them. There will be a document vault with useful collateral of everything that we've done previously. So if you're looking at employment terms, if you're looking at how to engage with people overseas, if you're looking at terms of business, if you're looking at any requests, random requests about what you do with your litter in the office for an RFI, we will bring that to the group. There'll be regular surgeries where you can bring challenges and questions to any one of our experts. But each one of the groups has got experts in there already, so you can ask pretty much any question. There'll be webinars showcasing members and their expertise. We've done plenty of these before, but because where they were, nobody saw them. So we're going to repost all that content on here. If you've got something to say about your business, something that's new, different, clever, unique, something that you want to put into the public domain, we'll be all over that and we'll help you promote it. Because I prefer doing it formally rather than 20 different messages over 20 different weeks. Um, we're we're also looking at more supplier deals. So if you've got a supplier that you think could add value to this, it's brilliant. The other part of this is I'm a massive advocate of businesses now having side hustles. So a lot of people seem to have quite a lot of things going on in the background. Um, Wives making cakes or doing dressmaking or whatever. Please God, use this as a channel to go and promote them. Of course we would. We're trying to treat it like a family. That if we can help any of you, then we will. So anything that's going on, we'll do anything for you. It's always polite just to ask, just so that we know, and then we just give you a heads up. And the best way to do it is if you give us War and Peace, nobody ever looks at it. Says me, who sent out the 2 largest WhatsApps of all time in the last 3 days. So I do apologise for that. So there's plenty more to learn and use the value. One practical tip. The best way to monitor all of this content, if you can't keep up with it, and you don't want it open on your phone all day long, right? You're supposed to be making money. You don't want the distraction. But if you can possibly, at the end of the day, flick to today on each WhatsApp group, and this works on every WhatsApp group, by the way. And somebody taught me this. This is not me being like super smart. There are smarter people around there than me. Flip to the top and scroll down, and anything that you catches your eye, or you have an opinion of, or you think I'd like to know more about that, get involved in that conversation or try to hook up with that person. That's the easiest way to make this work for you. So you don't have to, I'm not expecting everyone to be involved in every conversation, dear God, no. But if there's something that you know something about, or something that you're interested to know more about, and if somebody says, I've got a document for this, don't send the individual the document, send it to Emma. She'll collate it and she'll send it to everyone. So, and then everyone gets the value from it. Or you will get all of the credit for doing that, by the way. So it's a much easier way than rather than cram the feed full of thousands and thousands of messages a day, or trying to keep up with it. Just try and do it at your own pace. And it might be something that inspires you or motivates you, or might just inform you of something that you weren't aware of. We can give you the data to do that. The other things we're looking at doing is some physical hookups. Now, this is an online community, so anything that we do around a hookup, because people press the flesh, it's easier. This first group, that I've met 99% of you, so it makes it easy that everyone just got like a trusted person in the middle of it, and I appreciate the fact that you give me the trust to be part of this. But there are a lot of people who are going to come into this group and go, who the hell are these people? And they're taking the mick out of each other and what's going on. So if anyone joins the group, can we make them feel trusted, loved, happy? Backgrounds, just say thanks for joining, anything you need. Little things like that make it so much easier for everyone else to join. And it's the reason why we've had success in previous stuff. I love the fact there's a noise in the background. And if you ask anything and don't get an answer on this group, it means I'm on a boat in Cannes, or I'm at a nightclub in Ibiza, or I haven't seen it, because I will answer everything that I possibly can. The other part of this is don't panic if someone's not giving you an answer. Nothing's personal. People are just busy. Think of Sonda, right? Everyone's got stuff going on in their head. If you haven't got an answer to it, please just message me directly. And I 100%, I'll get back to you wherever in the world I am, 100%. And if the group doesn't know the answer and I don't know the answer, I'll bloody well know someone who will. So I'll help you get an answer to almost any question you could possibly have, because we've got a really big extended network and extended family of 40 years of being in this, and nearly 20 years of running groups. So we know everyone in that way. Well, I don't know everyone, but they all know me, apparently. You fall out of bed on national telly and they remember you for life. If you can be completely open-minded to the ideas that people are presenting back to you, you will get 100% more value from this than possible. So just understand why that's working for somebody. So one of the things that we did at S3, which I think separated us as a business, that I always try to bring into all of my groups, it's really easy to diss someone's idea. Right, we're all really smart. So the first time someone throws an idea out, there are 100 reasons why that won't work. But the smart people can just take a breath, think once, think twice. How can I make that work for me? And if you can make it work for you, then think if it's worth it. As opposed to that won't work for me and I'm closed-minded, right? People who hate growth mindset, there's a whole different array of things like that. But that is, for me, is the single biggest, simplest way to make any idea work, or make board meetings and group meetings work better for everyone. Could that work for me? How would I do it? And then if you can't make it work at the end of it, then it wasn't a great idea. But make sure you have the right idea. Otherwise, you're going to go into all these conversations and be closed-minded and say, that's not for me. and that's never right. So try to be open-minded about some of the things that come to you, and people will change your opinions on stuff. So this has been tested. We've learned massively over the last this nearly 20 years of running groups like this. We've simplified it from the circle just to be 6 groups. I think it's the foundation of something that could be really brilliant, because there'll be I see Ashley in the corner, right? So, brother, hello, mate. So that's finance. I've got a book writer and publisher in my right corner. I've got Dom, who makes sure that people actually their evil twin doesn't turn up after interview. You know, I've got a marketing guru. I've got James, who is going to own the education and recruitment sector and dresses well. I've got an AI dude, and I've got Simon on all my first screens. So Simon's a solopreneur who's absolutely crushing it, right? So I've got a load of people with different skill set. That was quite good knowledge, right? I'm quite pleased with myself there. But there's a lot of people with a lot of knowledge who can bring things to the party with different mindsets, as opposed to being just in your own sector. So as a group, it's different from something you might have been involved in before. I knew this idea would work. The fact it didn't work on Circle blew my mind. But I just knew that we could make it work if we brought it into something that everyone's way more familiar with. But I just want you to think once, think twice, ask a friend before you make a decision. Is that the right price? Even if we haven't got a price, we share prices, regardless of what suppliers say. Everyone talks about price, so you might as well. And you know what a good deal looks like. If this doesn't pay for itself and in 10 minutes, I'll just give up. And I just want my cohort, my original 100, just to be, we are Sparta, right? This is the group that everyone's going to come and want to join. And there's something in it for everyone. Right. That was a lot of words. I'm kind of proud of this. Has anyone got any questions about anything? Everyone's got to have one. Otherwise, I feel like I'm rubbish.
I've got one for you, Gary.
Go on then, babes.
So you mentioned earlier about you've got a list of suppliers for, and deals for things like that. What if we've got a deal that we think people would be interested in? What's the route for that? Do I just reach out to you and say, this is something I'm offering, put me on the list? Or how does that side of things work?
If you've got a deal to offer as one of the founding members, offer it at will.
Okay.
It's always best to run it through Emma, because everyone puts too many words in.
Yeah.
So halve it again, and then halve it one more time, and that's the deal that we promote, because that's what people will buy. Because people get bored halfway through a sentence, let alone loads of words. So you got a book, want it produced, call me now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And if that's what people would. That's what people would buy. We're all just, we're magpies. We've got attention deficit orders, all of us. It comes with the territory. So, but thank you for asking. Yeah, 100%.
Cool. Thank you.
Anyone else?
I've got an admin question, Gary. Oh, actually, it's for the boss, for Emma, if that's all right. For the Grand Fromage, not you. Emma, sorry, I've only just turned up because I've come off a meeting. I saw the sessions being recorded. Is there going to be a chance to listen back to Gary's wise words?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Emma. Hello, by the way.
Hello.
Anyone else? Go on, everyone, give me a question, except for James.
I got 2 questions, if I may, Gary.
Hello, brother. I haven't seen you for ages.
I know. I've just come back from the US, so I'm trying to play a little bit of catch up, and I've only just joined because IT have blocked Zoom on our work laptop, so that's kind of a mad rush to download Zoom app and all that kind of good stuff. Two questions. I think someone actually did raise this in one of the WhatsApp channels, because you got your Sparta, your 100 cohorts, and obviously you can look to build on that. Are you going to create a kind of a who's list? So, for example, if I needed help on AI or etc. etc., I'm not going to have to scroll through 100 messages to find the right person, so I can know who to go and talk to.
Just
Go on,
ask.
Em.
Just ask.
Just
Either ask
ask.
Gary or me, or ask in the groups. Keeping a directory would be difficult, I think.
Okay, no, that
Or
answers
use
that
the
question.
search.
That's easy enough.
You can search chats in WhatsApp, which is quite useful as well.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's fine.
always ask.
Always ask. The easiest way to do it. That's what I normally do, to be fair.
Who's gone for me?
I've got one. Jane?
Yes, I'm aware of your work.
Okay. Actually, I had a suggestion, and this came from another group that I was involved in, which is just in terms of the expertise of people in the group. Is it worth having something like a single Google Drive document that can be shared, where basically anybody that has some expertise that they feel would be useful for other people in the group, as long as they put it in like a 20-word, I don't know, 15-word or 20-word, statement, so people know, okay, this is what this person does. And then anytime anybody says, can anybody help me with this, then we can just put the link to the shared document. Just a suggestion, anyway. I just thought I'd mention that. But the question that I have is whether how we can best support people if they have something to launch. For example, I'm just about to publish my new book, and if somebody is launching, obviously people launch things all the time, don't they? What's the best way to support people that are launching? Is there a kind of protocol, or is it just going to be left up to individuals to just go and like their LinkedIn post or whatever?
Hey, have you got any ideas on this? Right, because it's one of those that we're providing a platform and a format for people to talk. We don't really want to take on extra chores.
Oh, no.
If you were to ask, so on the other groups I'm involved in, if someone's promoting something, they'll post it and say, could you like this, or
Oh,
follow
yeah.
this, or promote that for us?
Yeah.
So people do that a lot
Okay.
within the other groups,
Okay.
just to give them some noise and traction
Oh,
across
yeah.
the things that they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
If you've got an event or a launch party for anything, this would be a great renter mob.
Yeah. So so it's okay to drop, say, a LinkedIn post in and say, I'm launching my book today, some likes, some
Yeah,
comments, that type of thing.
100%. We'd all be all over that.
Okay, great. Well, I mean, that's good.
And if there was, I don't know, maybe if you wanted to drop 50 and just say pictures with books and stuff, anything you want to do, we'll support. It's just very difficult for us to take on extra tasks
Yeah, I totally get that.
and jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was
Brilliant.
my question.
Thank you, Angel. Jamesy, come on, my favourite. James? Oh, here we go. He's taking a run up.
I'm actually standing up, yeah. What's the plan in terms of long-term meetups and lunches?
We haven't got one.
Okay.
Because at the price point, £1 a day, we haven't planned for it.
Okay.
We might do just a few early doors, but the whole idea was this would be a global thing. So everyone's going to be in different places, different parts of the world. So it works better for us if it's all online. But that's not to say that we won't hook up. But I think wouldn't it be great if it gets to the point that where we did with the RDLC and someone says, I'm in New York, who's here? And then people end up going out, or I'm in Brighton, anyone here? Or can I borrow someone's office? And that's where we got to with that. It was absolutely sick. People just working out of each other's offices all the time, and that happens today. So, in terms of MEC meetups at the moment, we are considering doing a couple. That if
Cool.
yeah.
So I've got a question then. You spoke about some roles in the group. Can you expand on that?
Hello, brother. Sorry, some roles.
In the group, in the WhatsApp group, I mean, on some of them, I think you meant, or as a whole.
Sorry, I'm slightly lost.
Okay. So you said that there's going to be some roles. So like, I guess somebody can do something or somebody can do something else. I thought that's what you have in mind. Like maybe admin or anything like that. Or maybe I just misunderstood.
Yeah, no, I think because the joyful thing about a network group is they're not expensive to run apart from promote and get people to love you and follow it, right? That's the thing. If we've got colouring in, we've got marketing, we've got tech, and all these people are pretty much giving their time for love at the moment, helping us do this. If you're looking for vacancies, I ain't got none.
Oh, no. I was actually looking into helping and wanting to see
Oh,
how
in
I
which
could
case,
help.
yes. Oh, yeah, I help everywhere.
Okay, perfect. I would help. And where are you? Because the wall behind you looks awesome.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm actually in home house today, so I'm sat in the garden in central London.
Okay, cool, nice.
But which is beautiful. But there's let's talk offline because actually you probably can help with something.
Okay.
So I'd love to do it, and thank you for the offer.
Of course.
Okay, now for the big finish. Come on, Simon. Come on, my mate. RG1s, where are we going?
Back to the pilots. So my favourite thing you did with the pilots was you got one piece of advice from everyone and then put it into a booklet and send it out. Yeah, if you contribute, get everything. And that would be a really good way to start this off, to be fair, I think. If you've got people coming from across industries, what you said when you initially started speaking about, taking different things from different sectors, that would be a decent introduction to how people view things differently and go about things differently and what's working for them at the moment. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Did it a few times.
Yeah.
Making more. I know I'm making more work for Emma. Sorry, but yeah, she collates it and puts it all together. Just make a decent send out, and then maybe if you're trying to get new members in and so forth, you've got something as like a marketing tool to hook them in with as well. This is what this is our thought process. This is how we're going about things. This is what we can offer you.
How many ideas did we have in the last one?
Oh, I can't remember.
300?
Yeah, 200 or 300, I'd say.
It didn't work. Not everything didn't work for everyone, but there was bits in there you just take, don't you? And you're like, bloody hell, that's a good idea.
Do you know what? If you ping me that, I'll update that today and I'll share that with the whole group today. And then I'll ask everyone to give me, if I give everyone 200 ideas, do you reckon everyone will give me one back? Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay, we'll do that today.
Okay. Does that work for you?
Well, yeah, I love a job. Cheers, mate.
That's all right. Sorry, Emma, again.
Okay, well, we're okay, yes, Si. Do you know what? You're a dick. And actually, I thought of that this morning myself, by the way. I love it.
As I said, as a marketing tool for encouraging people and getting them into the group, and this is what we're about, this is what you can offer.
100%. If okay, have I helped? Was this worthwhile? Is this good? Are we all up for this?
Especially for me. It's awesome. Thank you.
Okay, that's brilliant. Right, everyone happy?
Yep.
Yes.
Brilliant. Right. Right. Everyone, thank you so much for giving up time. Sorry about yesterday. I'm an absolute buffoon, so that was all my fault. And I will speak to you anon. And by the way, thank you everyone for participating on the WhatsApp group. How much better is that already?
Yes, it's awesome.
Right, brilliant. Right. Enjoy. Thanks very much. And I do appreciate all of you.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks, everyone else.
Bye.
Bye.